All right, well, thank you all for joining me today on this beautiful Sunday. Let's get set to move and breathe together and hopefully feel a whole lot better after this hour together. So we'll start in a comfortable seated position, really just finding that vertical pelvis there. Let your shoulders just melt down away from your ears. Let's inhale, shrug them up, floating those shoulders up, and then exhale, let them just drip, drip, drip down away from those ears. Try that again. Inhale, shrugging up. And exhale, melting wax, sliding down, down, down. Let's now inhale, reach the arms up, feeling that freedom of movement. Filling up the lungs, exhale, coming back down. And let's do that again. Inhale, reaching up. Filling with good oxygen. Exhale, let it all out. Let's stay here in the long arm position and go into a side bend. So we'll reach up and over, keeping that opposite sit bone planted down as you arc and stretch. And then let's scoop in the abdominals and contract on the diagonal, reaching up and over, enjoying that stretch through the low back. Coming back to that sideways position. Good. Just take a peek up toward that arm, toward the sky. Coming back to center. And then exhale, return. Let's try the other side. Lift up and over. Keeping your sit bone parked on the floor. Breathe and enjoy that side bend. And then lift the abdominals, contract up and over. Rounding into that great stretch. Excellent. Coming back to your lateral curve, and then peeking up at the sky, looking up, feel that open through the rib cage. Coming back to your sideways position again, reach to that arm, and then coming back up. You can just place your hands on your knees here. We're gonna just circle and stir through the rib cage. So basically drawing a little circle on the floor with your sitting bones, rocking around, contracting through those ribs, getting some movement through the rib cage. Good, one more time, and then we're gonna reverse circles. So again, just making your own personal tornado, circling around, scooping through, and one more time there. Very good, finish with one more big inhale. Maybe you can feel like you can take more air in now. Your breath capacity is increased. Exhaling, releasing back down. Very good. Let's bring our legs around to the side. And we'll do a few of our spine dance, contract and extend. So you can hold on to your shins here, making sure you start in a nice tall position here. Scoop out the belly, contract. Let those shoulders melt and drift away. Round and stretch across those shoulder blades here. And then rocking forward, folding over that waistline. Bring yourself back through that vertical position and send the shoulders sliding down and paint the wall with your sternum. Lift, keep the back of the neck nice and long, and then come back to center. Let's do that again. Contract, scoop it out. Rounding across that upper back. If you want, you could even shift a little bit here. Shift to the side, feeling some deeper stretch across the upper back there. And then we'll bring it back to center. Again, folding over the waistline, rocking back on top of those sitting bones. Slide the shoulders down, lift your heart, lift your spirits. Come back to center. Let's release the legs now and then slowly roll down. So feet are in parallel, legs are parallel. Hollow and contract, just rolling it down onto the mat. Unfurling the spine. Just let the arms rest beside you there, all the way down. Then we'll go ahead and scrunch in, bring those knees into your chest, and take a minute there to give yourself a little hug. As you're pulling your knees into your chest, really think about lengthening long through the tail, feeling that open up through the low back, through the sacrum. And then we'll do our stirs, taking your hands on top of those kneecaps, just guiding the legs around in a few circles, letting the arms do the guiding around. The legs are soft and relaxed in the creases of the hips. Just circling, massaging that sacrum on the floor, and then the other direction as well. Easy does it. Good. And pausing in the center, let's reach the arms palm to palm, slowly opening out to that T shape. We're going to pause a second right before you get to the floor. So just feeling that expanse through your arms from that wingspan, fingertip to fingertip. Feel that stretch through the nerves in the arms. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, succumb to gravity, slowly just dissolve and melt into the floor, releasing and relaxing those shoulders. From here, we'll take our twist, taking the knees over to the left, rolling the head over to the right. Oh, so nice. Breathe into that low back, relax those shoulders, release that low back. And then as you're ready, exhale, scoop those abdominals in to bring the pelvis back. Your head rolls back to the middle. And let's try the other side. Knees over to the right, head rolls over to the left. Again, once you get there, just release, surrender, relax. Good. And on your next exhale, again, motivate those abdominals to bring your pelvis back to center. And there we are. Let's hug the right knee into the chest, lengthen the left leg long onto the floor, opening up the front of that left hip. And we're just folding that knee into the chest. Good. From here, we'll turn the leg out and guide it open to the sides. A little bit more of that inner thigh stretch. Again, feeling your collarbones even and wide, that pelvis opening. Good. Then bringing the leg up. Let's take the opposite hand on the outer hip, and we'll take it across the body into another twist stretch. Breathing there, releasing through the pectorals. Good. And again, bring yourself back. Abdominals are with you. And hug that knee in one more time in parallel, keeping even length through both sides of the waistline now. Lengthen that leg up, and it may not go all the way straight. That's okay. We're going to just do a little bit of footwork here. So we're going to pull the toes back and flex so you feel some stretch in the back of the calf, and then roll through the toes to extend to point. And do that again, pulling those toes back and flex, and then rolling through, slow push to point. One more time. Pulling the toes back, trying to keep as even as you can through the foot there. And then let's clean out that peanut butter jar. Right, Stephen? Slowly circle a couple times. One way and then the other way. Smooth it out. That's it. 2 and 3. Now then, take a little bit more reach to that leg and take a hold of the leg wherever you can grab to get a little deeper stretch into those hamstrings. Breathing there. Good. Just a short stretch today. Go ahead and now lower the leg just a smidgen. And again, you can softly bend that thigh if you need to, bend the knee. Hands are on the floor beside you as your training wheels, and abdominal seatbelt is engaged. We're going to go across the body. Inhale. Small little circle down, around, and up. Just stirring in the hip socket. Again, inhale across and exhale, circle swing. As we do this, trying to keep your pelvis as steady as possible. Inhale across. And exhale, circle. And again, really warming up, psoas and friends. There you go. Let's reverse. Inhale, open. And exhale, circle, swing. Check in with your neck and shoulders. See if you can keep that soft. And around. 2 more. Inhale, open. And exhale, circle. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale, very good. Lengthen the legs, send it all the way back down to the floor. And just let it be heavy there for a second. And just assess for a second how different the 2 sides feel. Hopefully a lot more weighted, more open through the hip here. Let's do the same for the left. So we're going to keep the right leg in place. Fold the left knee into your chest now. Again, trying not to hike your hip as you do so, but keep even length on both sides of the waistline. And again, just folding here, working that stretch. And then we'll turn the leg out, rotate it open, going into a little bit more of that inner thigh stretch. If this doesn't do it for you, you can always extend the leg, increasing the lever length there for more stretch. And then again, abdominal zip up, bring the leg back up and over. We'll take opposite hand on the outer side of that knee, and then spiral twist again. You can turn your head away. One more beautiful twist of the spine. And then again, abdominals help to bring you back to the center. Very good. From here, we'll go into our footwork. Extend that leg. You can keep the knees softly bent there. And again, pulling the toes back to flex, waking up the feet, rolling through to point. And again, pulling the toes back to flex and press through. Imaginary resistance there to point. One more time. We're reaching down, flex, and then press through the toes to point, and then circling the ankle 3 times each way, and reversing 1, 2, getting all those crunchies out, 3, good. And then lengthen the leg, take a hold of it either behind the thigh, higher up toward the calf, whatever works for you. Sending those exhales, whoosh, down through the back of the leg where you need it. With each exhale you take, you might get a millimeter closer in. Good. And then again, we'll soften that leg, maybe bring it down just a little bit. Thighs relaxed, hands can be down as your training wheels. And again, feel your abdominal zipper zipped up. Inhale, go across the body, and exhale, circle swing. 1. And again, inhale and exhale, 2. Feeling that weight through the opposite hip bone. And around, 3. And again, 4. Reversing now. Inhale, put all that effort down low rather than up in your neck and shoulders. Inhale and exhale, circle 2. And again, inhale and exhale, circle 3. And last time, inhale and exhale, circle 4. Good. Now reach through that leg and send it all the way back down. And hopefully now you feel a little bit more evened out through the legs and hips. Good. We're going to move now into our roll up. You can either do this staying here in the surrendered position with the legs, or if you need to, you can bend your knees and place your feet back on the floor. Okay. I'll demonstrate the long version. We'll take the arms reaching up and then overhead without releasing the ribs into that big arch. So feel some support already active here through the core. We inhale, bring the arms up, and then slowly, spine like a wheel, notch into chest, scoop with those abdominals. Again, if you need to, you can use your hands to hold on behind the legs, rolling yourself up, and then either legs bent or legs stretched. Take that little hover reach, that boomerang, feeling that fold at the waistline and that width across the upper back. Inhale, and then exhale, abdominals retreat, rolling you back down, feeling like you're opening through those hip flexors as you slowly roll back, right down that center line, unfurling, and we'll repeat. Inhale, reaching up with the arms, and exhale, nod and scoop, trying not to rock to side, but right up the midline. And then again, nice wide stretch, feeling width across that upper back, just nodding your chin to chest. Exhale, sends you back, rolling down smoothly with control. Just turn off those thighs as best you can. And unfurl. 2 more sets. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale. Water wheeling those abdominals to bring you up. That's it. And reach, reach, reach. Exhale, scoop. Shoulders again, that melting wax feeling, rolling down. And unfurl. And one more time, inhale the arms. Exhale, supple spine. That's it. And this time, let's open up those sit bones. Just waddle side to side. And then take that stretch all the way forward, lengthening out the hamstrings, just releasing over the legs. Again, this is my time. I always give myself a little foot massage while I'm here. So you can do that as well. Very good. And then let's contract and roll it back down, shoulders melting. And again, unfurling onto your back. Once you get there, go ahead and sneak those knees in, bend those knees and hug. Give yourself that little release there. So we're going to move into coordination today. I went for our variation on hundreds. You can either do this in the traditional hundreds position, finding your chest fold and curling up like so. If you need more neck support, you're welcome to do this with the corners of your mat and then curling up and giving yourself that little bit of support so you don't have to strain through the upper body. So either of those variations are perfectly fine. So whatever you choose, we take an inhale, we exhale, we zip up those abdominals, we find that folding position right under the sternum and extend the legs and arms, hands hovering off the mat. Let's inhale, just peekaboo through your legs, open, and exhale, close. Here's the challenge. Focus on one leg, staying very, very steady. One leg opens just a bit without teeter-tottering. Exhale, gather it back together. Other side, still peering through the legs. Inhale, open, and exhale, gather, close, and bend your knees, relax your head back down. I'll demonstrate with the mat. Again, inhale, exhale, contract, reach up. Open the legs apart. Inhale, and exhale, close. One leg at a time. Keep the work through that horizontal band of muscle, those transversus muscles. Other side, open and gather, closed, and bend your knees and rest yourself back down. We'll do it 2 more times. We can do it. Exhale, contract, reach, hovering hands off the floor. Inhale and exhale. One leg, open and exhale, close. And other side, deceptively challenging exercise. Exhale, close, bend your knees, relax back down. And one more time, exhale, fold, reach, slide those shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, open, and exhale, close. One by one, open, exhale, gather, woo, really feeling that. Other side, open, and exhale, close, woo, bend your knees. Relax your head. Very, very good. Just let that bowling ball head roll side to side. Relax the neck and shoulders. Very, very good. All right. I must be feeling kind-hearted. We're going to only do one of our Fab 5 exercises today, but it's my fave. It's the most effective. Hands go behind the head. You know it. You love it. It's crisscross. We big inhale, exhale, curl yourself up, and we're going to extend one leg out. Spiral rotate, opposite elbow toward knee, twisting using those obliques. We go inhale, switch, inhale, switch, exhale, switch, exhale, switch. Again, in and in, blow it away. 2 more sets, nice and smooth. In, very good. Inhale, rotate out, that's it, and out. Really see if you can fold up, curl in and in. Zip up those pants. Exhale, exhale, and release back down. Very, very good. Okay. So I'd like to try in working on our rollover, I'd like to try those little baby curls. So your hands can be down on the floor and your knees can be into your chest. Your goal is to see if you can peel your hips up off the floor and a little scoop and then rolling back down. Hear my voice quiver. That's how much my abs have to work. Exhale, scoop, and then rolling down. So you can give a little bit of pressure into the hands. You may feel your triceps work. Scoop and curl, and then lengthen, trying to release and open through the chest. A few more times like this. Scoop and curl, rolling down, and again, scoop and curl, and then rolling back down. So now, notch into chest, bring yourself up. We'll do a little bit of our rolling like a ball and then try to incorporate that rock and roll into our roll over. So we come into a nice tight position here, tippy toes on the floor. Again, release those shoulders. You can crisscross your hands on your ankles if you'd like. That really pulling those abs in so you feel that space from chest to thighs. And you pull those abs so much that that tips you off balance. We just roll onto our back, not onto your neck, and then roll yourself back up and try to find the balance. So that's the task. Inhale, roll. Exhale, come back up. That's it, massaging out that spine. Inhale, rock, and exhale, roll. One more time playing. Inhale, rock, and exhale, roll. Okay, so you can either stick with that, or if you're feeling brave, you're gonna join me with adding in our rollover. So as we scoot back, our hands come to the floor, my head gently rests, I reach into that rollover plow position. Now I'm gonna flex my feet, open my heels apart, and then slowly start that roll down, and then notch into chest, bring the knees together, and collect myself in my ball shape. Okay, so we go scoop abs in, Reach the legs long. Open through the neck and shoulders. Let's flex, this time keeping the legs together. Scoop the abdominals, notch into chest, and bring yourself back up. So it's a balancing act. 2 more times. Contract, roll, reach, flex. Let's open the feet just shoulder distance apart. Exhale, scoop those abdominals, then notch into chest, watching your belly button. Bring yourself back up. 1 more time. Contract, roll back, lengthen, reach, flex. Feel that stretch. Keep the legs together this time. Scoop the abdominals, roll, and bring yourself back up. Hooray, we made it. Open those legs apart and just take a butterfly stretch forward over the legs. Release. Good, and then roll yourself back up. While you're here, take one leg across the other. We'll do a little twist stretch. So I'm just bringing one leg across my body. I'm pulling it in so that knee is reaching to the opposite shoulder. Lengthen tall through your spine and then spiral rotate. So we're just taking a little spiral moment here. Really using your eyes to turn around the corner. Again, release the shoulders. Keep that leg there, but rotate the other direction now. So same arm as leg on the inside of the leg, pressing away, turning the other direction. Good, and then bring it back to center. Let's go ahead and try the other leg. So switcheroo, other leg on top. Again, see if you can park both sit bones on the floor still. Bring that knee to the opposite shoulder. Lengthen your spine and spiral twist. Continue to breathe as fully as you can. Great, and bring yourself back to center, and then same arm is like kind of pressing against the inside of that leg and turning the other way. Opening up those intercostal muscles between the ribs. Good, and then again, release. Extend both legs out in front of yourself. And we'll do our spine stretch forward with variation. So we're going to extend our zombie arms out in front. It's okay if your knees need to bend a little bit, trying to get vertical with that torso and that pelvis. Inhale, feel the length of the spine. Exhale, let the air out through your chatty Cathy pull string in the back. Scoop and fold over that waistline, reaching up and over, like you have a basketball on your lap, curving over that waistline. Inhale, inflate, roll yourself back up. Sending those shoulders melting down. Let's add our extension. Bend those elbows into a goalpost. And then again, lift your heart, going to a bit of extension. Feel that stretch through the chest and the work in the back of the shoulders. Return to where we started in our zombie. Inhale. Exhale, deflate. Reaching with the fingertips, sending the abdominals toward the opposite wall. Good. Inhale, inflate. Exhale, shoulders melty, melty, melt. And then pull those elbows back. Inhale, lift and arc, back of the neck long. You can still say hello. And return. One more time. Exhale, deflate, scoop and fold. Upper back stretch. Inhale, inflate. Shoulders soft. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, lift. And return. Good. Open those arms wide to the sides. We'll do our saw. Still trying to flex those feet as best you can. Spiral the rib cage as we did earlier, keeping the pelvis in place. Exhale, fold and reach, sawing off your ankle with that opposite hand. Turn your back hand under, palm up, and send energy through both hands, reaching and stretching through the shoulders. Inhale, abs, stack your spine back up, and exhale, unwind. Other side. Inhale, spiral that rib cage. Exhale, fold and reach. Inwardly rotating that back arm. Lengthening and sending energy through the fingertips. Inhale, stack your spine back to vertical. And exhale, unwind. Let's try it again each side. Spiral, keeping those legs solid and steady. Exhale, fold and reach. Stretching out hamstrings, low back, shoulders. Inhale, stack it back up again. And exhale, unwind. Last time, other side. Inhale, spiral. And exhale, fold and reach. Inhale and exhale. You made it. Very good. Let's roll over onto your belly. Now we'll go into some of our spinal work here, extensions. Let's start with making a little pillow for your forehead. So you're going to stack your hands and just let your head rest there. Feeling long and open through the front of the hips. The legs can be slightly apart. We'll just take our alternate leg lift. So we're going to send laser beam energy reaching through the leg, keeping the knee straight. Float the leg up off the floor. And then lower it back down. If this is too much on your hip bones, you can double up on your mat padding there. Other side, reach and float, lift. And exhale, lower down. Try that again each side. Lengthen the leg and float it up, feeling the hamstrings, the glutes, the opposite side of your back coming to work. Lower down. Other side, extend. And float, lift, stretching the front of the hip. And exhale, lowering back down. Very good. We'll come to need that in a little bit. Wag your tail side to side. Just relax that out. And then we'll circle the hands around next to your shoulders here for a bit of swan extension. Okay? So we're curious babies. Eyes looking forward on the mat. And then out along the floor out in front of you. And then find the wall out in front of you. Slide the shoulders down the back. If you can, press into your hands, lifting those abdominals to support the front of the body. Open and stretch. And then exhale, slowly painting your eyes back down that arc. Back down to where you started. And we'll do that again. So again, cervical spine. Eyes looking forward. Again, feel the support underneath those shoulder blades. Abs lift. Long, beautiful neckline here. So make sure you're not coming up, scrunching your shoulders to your ears. Feel that drift away. Inhale and exhale, lowering back down. All the way down. Let's do it one more time, adding a bit of neck stretch. So again, curious baby eyes. We're about to start crawling. Slowly pressing into the hands. Go as far as you can. Even if you want to just go to your elbows, that's okay too. Let's stay here, bringing chin to chest. Feel that stretch through the back of the neck. And then ear to shoulder. Feeling side stretch through the scalene muscles. Back down, chin to chest. Other side, ear to shoulder. And chin to chest. And then looking forward again, inhale. Exhale, slowly lowering yourself back down. Well done. Let's press into hands and knees position here. All right. So nice and square. Find your little coffee table position, really lifting your heart up away from the floor. Take a few cat-cows here just to feel that yummy, yummy stretch through the spine. Arcing and doming the spine. High dome, let the head hang. And then arcing through. Bring that spine to dance. Now then, bring it back to that lifted long position in your natural curves, but really feeling that support through the abdominals. Lift like a sash around your middle, hoisting up from the ceiling, and then your heart hovering high above the floor. We're going to take opposite fingers and toes. Slide opposite fingers and toes long along the floor. Try not to change anything through your spine. And then barely float. Just becoming a biped instead of a quadruped. Coming back down and returning. See if you can go for a seamless transition as you shift. See if there's not a noticeable change. Sliding fingers and toes, opposite side. And again, barely flip, trying not to release into a big curve in the low back. Keeping that hovering. Coming back down and return. We're going to do this each side. Imagine something fragile on your coffee table. Glide and slide, fingers and toes. And float up. If you're really feeling like you want to challenge, open like an airplane. Those arms and legs out. And then come back. It's so hard. And then bring it back down. Other side, seamless transition. Don't tip over your balancing act. Glide and slide. Abs are strong. Lengthen long. Energy out to the top of the head, not through the tail. Again, if you want, Airplane, open. Woo. Come back. Bring the fingers and toes back down to the floor and return. Good. Take that dome of that cat back and slowly hinge it back toward your child's pose position. You can either be here or perhaps open your knees wider apart. Reach those hands as far forward as you can. Just let your head fall down toward the floor. And again, this is a beautiful place to practice your full breath. While your chest is swished up with your legs, inhale. Feel like you can inflate through your gills. And exhale, soften. And take that full breath one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Great. Reach your fingers over to the right. And then slide your hips just a bit over to the left, where you start to feel that beautiful side body stretch all the way up under the armpits. And then we'll again walk it back to center and try the other side. So hands walk over to the left, hips slide over to the right, maybe peekaboo underneath that right arm. Enjoy that side stretch. Good. And then again, bring yourself back to center. And then rolling yourself back up. So we're going to do one of our variations on one of the exercises we can do in the studio. And we're going to come up to a kneeling position, standing tall. So again, if you need extra padding, just double up on your mat underneath your knees. All right. So we're going to start as vertical as you can. So you're just right up and over those knees, long through the front of the hips. And you're going to start with a roll down. As we do this roll down, we're not inching to chest. Try not to let your hips go back at the very, very beginning. See if you can keep them here. So we exhale and curve as far as we can, making that candy cane shape, folding. Then there's a point where that's it. So your pelvis has to change. And then we're going to find the floor. Walk your hands out. And wherever that feels good, you're just going to slide the shoulders back and stretch, just like Luna does. Opening your chest. Exhale, contract, feeling that head-tail connection, seeing your belly button. Walk yourself back. And as soon as you can, try to feel the hips reaching forward, engaging those hamstrings. And unfurl, woo, rolling back up. Again, another surprisingly challenging exercise. Let's try it again. Inhale, exhale. Keep your hip bone headlights shining forward as long as you can, feeling that work in the abdominals, in the hamstrings. Then you have to shift. Walk your hands out, slide the shoulders back, and take that yawn of the spine. Really stretch it out. And then exhale, contract, curl that tailbone under. Walk your hands back in. Bring your hip bone headlights forward. Ooh, that's where the work is. And roll yourself back up. Very, very good. Now I'm going to turn and face you. Now, I'll admit this is one of the more challenging exercises, but I'm confident we can do this. So we're vertical here. We're going to extend one leg out to the side, okay? And then that hand that the leg is out goes behind your head. We're going to reach down. So again, if you need more padding, go ahead and adjust and find that side bend position. So I'm keeping some weight onto that long leg on that foot to start with anyhow. We're going to peek up and look at the sky. And then look straight ahead. And then see if we can use our abdominals to come back up. Let's do that again. Lifting this waistline, lift up and over. And tip. So again, my hip is forward. That's it. Now, put some more weight onto your hand. So you might scooch that hand out and there's less weight on your foot. Keeping the abdominals active and your head looking sideways, we're going to float the leg up. And then lower it down, just 4 times. Float the leg up and lower it down. 2 more, and float the leg up and lower it down. 1 more time, float it up and lower it down. Take a big inhale, put some weight onto that foot. Exhale, use your abdominals to come back up and march it out, relax. Again, if you need to set up some more padding underneath that other leg, please do so. Meanwhile, we extend one leg, hand goes behind the head, Reach and tip yourself down. Enjoy that sense of stretch, first of all, right? Take your eyes, look up at the ceiling, and then back straight ahead. Inhale, exhale. Use your abdominals to come back up. Now we'll go on to part B. Again, lifting this rib up and over. Good. And then again, walk that hand out just a bit so that you feel that strength support. Shoulder over hand, less weight on that foot. 4 lifts. Here we go. Lifting up. My leg is just in parallel. And then lowering down. And again, float, lift. Abs are with you. And down. Again. 3. And down. Continue to breathe. Last time. 4. Working that outer hip. Good. Come back to put some weight into that foot. And exhale. Bring yourself back up and release. Very good. Have a seat. That was hard. All right. So again, taking a hold of those legs, take another contraction just to stretch it out through that upper back. Good. And then bringing it forward. Once again, opening the knees apart, take that butterfly stretch to give your hip flexors a little bit of a break there. Stretching out those inner thighs as well, outer hips. Good. And then bringing yourself back up. Let's roll over to our side. We're going to keep our knees bent, and you can either be long on this arm or you can prop your hand up under your head there. But again, just making sure that the pelvis is stacked, that we're not rolling too far forward or back, that your hips are one on top of the other with length through the waistline. My knees are just bent like I'm sitting in a chair. All right, so we're going to go right into the good stuff. Lift your feet, keeping your knees together. And then we're going to do some clamshells, slowly opening this top leg without rolling the pelvis back. And then use some imaginary resistance. Press like you're squeezing a balloon. And again, opening up. And slowly press. Good. As we do this, keep the top shoulder relaxed. Spiraling open, spiraling closed. And again, spiraling open. Big clamshell slowly closes. 2 more. Open. And slowly close. Last time, spiral open. And slowly close. Good. Knees are together. Relax your feet back down on the floor. And then for a little dessert today, stack your hands, let your head rest on the floor. And we're going to do our circles. So our top arm is going to reach forward, sliding beyond your bottom hand, and then tracing a circle overhead. Allow your upper body to spiral with it as if you were watching your hand. Go all the way around, then come up and over the hip, rolling back to where you started. Let's do that again. Reaching forward, letting the upper body mobilize as you spiral and circle and stretch. And up and over the hip to return. Let's reverse directions. Open the palm up, leading with your thumb. Again, allow your eyes to follow the hand. Just letting your head roll on the floor as your arm circles around. And do that one more time. Spiraling open, reaching back. Finding movement in the upper torso. And there you are. Very nice. Let's do a graceful transition to the other side. Finding our clamshell placement for the other leg. All right. So again, our knees are together. Our hips are stacked long through the waistline. Abdominals are part of this just to help you with your balance and control. We're going to lift both feet. And then again, keeping this top shoulder soft and easy, slowly opening, rotation in that thigh, keeping the pelvis from wanting to roll backward, slowly press together. And again, I like to inhale as I open and exhale as I press the ocean water out of my clamshell. Again, inhale, open, and exhale, slowly press. Good job. And again, inhale, open. And exhale, close. Couple Couple more times. And open. We're feeling this work. And exhale, close. And one more time. Spiral lift. And bring it back together. Excellent. Let your feet rest on the floor. Good job. Stack the hands. Let your head rest. And we'll do our big circles twice each way. So take the top arm, slide it forward, and then along the floor, describing the biggest circle you can. Reaching away. Hips are staying stacked. And then coming back together. And again, it's okay if the hips roll a little bit. This is all about feeling yummy. That's it. And coming back together, and then we'll reverse for 2 directions. Spiraling, thumb open, palm up to the sky. Reaching back. Big stretch to the chest. Out through the waistline. And together one more time, spiraling. Allowing that head to roll. Opening up chest and shoulders. Good job. And then bringing yourself back together. Excellent. Let's roll onto your back again. Okay. And we'll do a well-deserved hip stretch, rotator stretch after this. So we're going to I'm taking my right ankle and placing it across my left knee like I'm sitting in a chair very casually. Keep your abdominals with you. Bring those knees into your chest and bring that pretzel shape in. And then whichever leg is crossed, I'm taking that hand between the 2 legs and my other hand on the outside. You can link and hold on to your left thigh behind the thigh or on top of that left shin, whatever works for you. See if you can relax your head on the floor. As you're pulling this pretzel shape in, reach your tailbone down. So again, we're getting the most out of that oppositional pull. And again, send those exhales where they're needed. And then I always like to investigate, shift a little one side, shift a little the other side. When you find a good place to feel deeper stretch, just park it there, breathe. Great. And then again, coming back to the center, carefully unwind that pretzel shape. We'll try the other side. So again, I've got my left ankle over the left thigh. Strong abdominals, bring that shape in. My left hand goes between. A little test of right brain, left brain. Either grabbing behind the back of the thigh or on top of that shin. Again, bringing the thighs in, root the tailbone, reaching down in opposition. Easy neck and shoulders. Send those exhales down where they're needed. And then again, maybe a little search side to side, finding other tight places. Good, good. Excellent. And then again, you can unwind from that. Let's see if we can roll ourselves up to a sitting position. If you want, you can find a little teaser moment. So rolling yourself up, depending on how ambitious you feel. If you want to take a pause just to test your strength this morning, and then lower yourself down. We're going to roll onto one hip and go into our mermaids. So again, I'm sitting on one hip with my knees stacked. If this doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can go into a more open 4th position. Okay. Sneaking that hand, holding on to your mermaid tail, wherever you are. Take the other arm up. Send the shoulders, whoosh, down away from the ears, but lengthen long and then side bending towards your mermaid tail. So we're feeling that deep side bend and that length all the way through that outer side of the body. Good. From here, hand behind the head. Inhale. Exhale. As we did in the beginning, hollow the belly and spiral twist. Elbow coming toward your knees. Feeling that long stretch across the diagonals of the back. Good. Return to your side bend. And now let's unfurl that arm and go deeper, farther, and bring yourself back up. Fancy dancy transition, swizzle it around to the other side. And again, hips stacked, knees stacked, or in your open position. Hand on that outer ankle, lengthen long, reach, inhale, and side bend, curving toward your mermaid tail, side bending. Breathe and enjoy that stretch. Good. Hand behind the head, inhale. And again, exhale, hollow the belly, fold up and over. Breathing there. Good. Returning to your sideways position. Extend that arm, unfurl and lengthen, 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 and bring yourself back up. Excellent work. Come back onto hands and knees. Let's open up our hips a bit. So help one foot to come out in front, and you might wiggle those toes out a little bit. And then we're going to press the pelvis forward so that this front knee is right over your heel, and we're aiming to feel some stretch in the front of this back leg. As you find this position, try not to be a hunchback. Slide the shoulders down, looking proud and confident out to the road ahead. Letting the hips gently sink lower toward the floor, opening up that stretch. Good. One more deep breath. Excellent. Press the pelvis back, shift your weight back. Flex that front foot and just yearning your chest forward over the leg, maybe feeling some calf stretch there. And then help yourself out of that to the other side. Bring the other leg out in front. Again, maybe wiggle those toes out a little bit. And then press the pelvis forward. Slide the shoulders back. Work on good posture as you press the pelvis, lowering it down toward the floor. Breathing into that deep stretch. Good. And then again from there, pressing your weight back, flexing that front foot, and just stretching long. Good work. And then again, we'll carefully come on out of that. Bring yourself back down to the mat. Maybe come into that easy butterfly position or legs straight out, whatever works best for you. Again, just checking in with your body now that we've done some work together. Let's breathe again. Inhale, lifting up. And exhaling, opening. And one last time. Inhale, reaching up. And exhaling. And a round of applause. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Great work. Have a great day.